Burkina Faso under siege. A chilling death threat has been issued to its military ruler, Captain Ibrahim Traoré, as a new extremist group unleashes terror across the country. This is African Scoop, your trusted source for bold, independent African news. Before we dive into what just happened, let's take a moment to understand who Captain Ibrahim Traoré is. Back in October 2022, Traoré led a military coup that removed the former leader, Paul-Henri Damiba. At just 34 years old, Traoré promised to restore peace, fight terrorism, and return power to the people. He became a symbol of hope for many Africans, bold, unbending, and anti-colonial. But the road he took is not an easy one. Today, Burkina Faso is still bleeding. Extremist groups continue to attack, and security remains a major challenge. Some critics, especially abroad, question if his strategies are working. Yet for millions of ordinary Africans, Captain Traoré remains a symbol of resistance, hope, and independence. They don't see a failure. They see a man standing in the fire, refusing to bow. Just a few days ago, tragedy struck. In the northern town of Dargo, nearly 100 heavily armed terrorists launched a brutal surprise attack on a military base. Reports say over 50 Burkinabè soldiers were killed. The attackers took weapons, burned buildings, and disappeared into the bush. Locals say the gunmen came in fast and didn't leave a single soldier alive. This wasn't just an attack. This was a message. The group behind it, reportedly an extremist faction linked to JNIM, which is tied to Al-Qaeda, left behind a warning. Captain Traoré must step down or die like Thomas Sankara. That kind of threat hasn't been seen in Burkina Faso in decades. The attackers are believed to be a breakaway faction or new front of the group known as JNIM, Jama'at Nasr al-Islam wal Muslimin. They've been active in the Sahel region, especially Mali and northern Burkina Faso. What's dangerous now is how bold they're becoming. This wasn't just a roadside bomb or small ambush. This was a full military-style operation with planning, training, and intent. And their message, comparing Traoré's future to that of Sankara, is a psychological war tactic. They want to shake the people's faith in Traoré and create fear at the top. Sadly, this is not a one-time incident. Since early this year, in Mansilla, over 100 soldiers were killed. In Barcelona, more than 600 civilians were massacred. In Diapaga, at least 60 more troops and VDP fighters died just months ago. Burkina Faso is now the world's #1 terrorism hotspot, according to the Global Terrorism Index. More than half the country is no longer under full government control, and insurgents are trying to carve out their own rule, one town at a time. Captain Traoré came into power with bold promises to reclaim Burkina Faso's safety, restore national dignity, and end foreign interference. And for many, he has stayed true to that vision. In breaking ties with ECOWAS and distancing the country from Western influence, Traoré made it clear Burkina Faso would choose its own path. He turned instead to new allies, including Russia's Wagner Group, in a bid to strengthen national defense and take the fight directly to terrorist groups. But challenges remain. Burkina Faso is facing one of the most dangerous insurgencies in the world today. And even the strongest efforts take time. Some international observers say the results haven't come fast enough. They point to rising attacks and argue that the insurgents are gaining ground. But his supporters, and there are many, respond with a different view. Captain Traoré didn't start this war, but he's fighting it, harder than any leader before him. They say he's inherited a broken system, and yet he refuses to back down, that he shows up, speaks plainly, and puts his life on the line. And now, his enemies are showing theirs. Not just attacking soldiers or villages, but threatening the president himself. The battle is no longer just in the north. It's at the heart of the republic. As of now, Captain Traoré has not spoken publicly about the attack or the death threat. But the people are waiting. His silence is loud. And his next move could determine the future of the entire Sahel region. Will he strike back hard? Or is the pressure finally breaking the lion of Africa? We'll be watching. This is African Scoop, where we bring the truth into the light, boldly, clearly, and with the voice of the people. If you value real journalism, share this video, subscribe to our channel, and join the conversation in the comments. Because this isn't just news. This is Africa's story, and it deserves to be told.